in my opening, leverage, and then really the fuel, the foundation for leverage and leverage income in our business is what? Remember? Subscription. Subscriptions, really, it's the fuel that drives that. It's the foundation. I want to share, before I bring this incredible panel out really quickly, I want to share a statistic with you. As we look back over a 4 to 6 month period of time in LifeVantage, and we looked at subscription, specifically when customers enroll on a subscription and consultants enroll on a subscription. Okay, here's the statistic. Between 70 and 75% of customers they enroll with a subscription. Okay, that's a good thing. You can clap, that's good. Okay, here's what's scary. Less than half of that percentage, around 35% of consultants when they enroll on a subscription. I want you to take that in for a second. 70 to 75% of customers do, around 35% of consultants. That's why this panel that we're going to bring up right now is so important, because we're missing a very important conversation. So, please help me bring out our rock star panel. Marisa Magliano-Harrleson, Sandy Maclurg, Jami Williams. All right, so these ladies are up here for a couple reasons. One, because they're freaking rock stars. Rock stars. But also, as we look, they have an incredibly high subscription rate in their organizations. And we're going to talk specifically, each of them kind of have I don't want to say it's an expertise. They're amazing subscription-wise, but they also have specific stats that their team has really done an amazing job subscription-wise. But let's start with this. And I'm just going to have each of you answer this question. And Jami, you are at the end, and you've got the microphone. So why, for you, as a business owner in your organization, why is subscription so important?
I was blown away, first of all, by the stat that he said with the consultant subscription rate. That's definitely not a practice that we coach, so it's something that collectively we all have to change. But subscriptions, in my opinion, build the stability. It's what builds your foundation, like Brandon said, or Randy. It floats your boat. I'm just going to call him Randy. You look good as a Randy. But it's really where you have the predictability in your business. It's where you have the foundation that you can build from, where you can scale from, because it's setting that benchmark that we want to continue to grow. And that's why subscriptions is your lifeblood. Like, I don't know about you, but I don't want to have to start over at the beginning of every month. And beginning of every month, start over and over and over. I want to build, I want to have a platform, I want to have a foundation, and I want to build again. And I want to build again to the next level. So it seems simple.
Yeah, it does seem simple. Marisa.
Well, first of all, I would just say subscriptions aren't a checkbox. It's the credibility of your business. And you're going to build each and every month as you have a subscription, which is what creates the leveraged income. It is the foundation of our business. It is why we are in network marketing. Network marketing is about subscription orders, and that's what creates that residual leveraged income. And so we want to make sure we're having those conversations at the very beginning when we have new consultants sign up a new consultant, is to really talk about the importance of that. And then each month we'll get better and better and better. And that's why we have white couches and presidentials and executive leaders and all the things. It is, and when one person is not doing that, it's a break in the chain. And we know what happens when the chain is broken. It can't go.
Yeah.
It's the engine.
Love it. Sandy?
Well, I'm just going to say that there's a lot of things that we do in this business that require a skill set. This isn't one of them. It's not too hard to set up a subscription. And so I'm just going to say, if you don't have it, get your phone out right now, get your app. And if you aren't using the app, that's another conversation. But get that subscription set up, because nobody should walk out of here without being on a subscription after today. Set that up for the 5th. I'm just going to be very clear here. Make sure that you're qualifying yourself to be fully commissioned on the 5th, that you teach somebody else to do that, so that you have the rest of your month to take care of your team, and at the end of the month, if you need to put a spot order in, do it. But this is something that we're doing for LifeVantage, Team LifeVantage. If everybody did that, everybody in this room had, as a consultant, had the 5th subscription, and everybody they bring on, could you imagine corporate's job, how prepared they would be for the month 2 to see all of that happening right at the beginning, and then we can focus? Could we just be Team LifeVantage and do that? I don't think that's a huge ask. So I'm a diamond seller. I don't have to have a subscription. I'm a business owner. I have to have a subscription. That's just a no-brainer.
I love that. I love it. Something I credit Kelly and Sean for, but when we Love Bible came, one of the things that they preached and talked about, and it was a different way of saying it, but I love because it resonated with me, talked about we collect subscriptions. Like their focus in the month through enrollment is collecting subscriptions. So to your point, we're not starting at zero, it's building every single month. So each of you, I kind of mentioned, kind of have your expertise, if you will. Not really, because all of you, as we look at your organizations, you have subscriptions across all different stacks. But I want you to speak, and I think as we talk a lot about the enrollment of that consultant, what that conversation is. And so, Jami, for you, you've got a lot of Healthy Edge subscriptions in your organization. And so, what is that conversation really? How are you leading people from that enrollment, taking that enthusiasm, and then moving them into a subscription around Healthy Edge?
Well, not only is it the foundation of having your subscription, it's the foundation of the product use. Like, you have to be a product of the product, you have to have an experience, you want to help them fall in love with the goodness that we have. Who loves P84? Who loves Cortana 2? Who loves everything? Oh yeah. We've got to give here. We've got to give here. So our job is to really help people fall in love and have an experience. So when I set up the Healthy Edge Stack, to me, it's the foundation. And I cannot love this enough at this convention that we are simplifying everything. We're getting back to our identity, who we are with activation, and keeping this conversation simple. We have to. We can't get lost in the weeds. So the Healthy Edge Stack for me has just been, this is where we build your foundational health. And then we can, all the extras are just bonuses. Everything else that we can add into that and layer into that, because I think if I'm going to set somebody up for success, I want them to have a transformation. And to me, those are the products that do the job. I want them to have results. I want them to have an experience. I want them to have a transformation, both on the consultant side and the customer side. Because the customers will fall in love with it. They are your walking testimonies, and sometimes they're your hottest market for your next consultant to help them tell their story. And with the consultants, you're building their belief. You have to exemplify what you're promoting, in my opinion. You cannot not be a product of the products, both the business and the product side of it, because we have to love what we do, we have to love what we share, and we have to love what we experience. And Sean Poe said this at my Pro5 Summit. He said, you have to have bazooka-proof belief. That stuck with me, Sean. I love that. I have so much bazooka-proof belief in this company, in these products, in this business, and we have to have the posture that we're rolling with this thing. Ready? Ready, LifeVantage?
I love it. And one thing, I had said it in my earlier talk, but from the very first conversation with the consultant, we're teaching them how to be successful in this business. But the second thing that I was taught, you can't duplicate what you're not doing yourself. You can't teach others to do what you're not doing yourself. And so I love so much what you said. Sandy was going to use a stronger word backstage, which I told her she's more than welcome to use. I can't, but she could. But if you're not on a subscription, how in the world can you teach somebody or ask somebody to do that yourself, right? Marisa, Healthy Glow. And we got some really cool, exciting stuff today about Healthy Glow, right? Yeah, but talk about Healthy Glow and just that conversation.
Well, for me, one or two products, and of course Axio always has to come in there, but Healthy Glow Stack is my favorite. It's my go-to, and I'm very consistent with it. And so over time, people have seen that, whether they're customers or whether they're consultants. And the Healthy Glow Stack for me is a foundation. It's just, you've got Protandem activating the cells, you have the liquid collagen that's activating our own production of collagen, activating my bones, my tissues, my joints, my muscles, all the things that are extremely important to me at this age in my life, even more important than ever before. So I am a walking example Like, people see me, I'm the friggin' poster child of the healthy glow stack for my age. Hello. I feel, anyway, at least I believe that, and my customers believe that, the people I meet believe that. I have full belief that those products to me are basic foundations. They are addressing the root cause of aging. Why wouldn't we be on the Healthy Glow Stack every single month? And then share it every single month, and then build even more of an income base.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Healthy weight. Healthy weight. So again, when we look, Sandy has a very high percentage of people that are on Healthy Weight as a subscription. So what and why?
Well, I'm really proud of that too. We love it, and it's part of the reason is because we really coach it. We really educate people and bring people into that community. What we found is that people who joined us as customers on the Healthy Weight had such great results that they couldn't help but share. And so they, in turn, bump up to consultant. They still have that on subscription, and the people they brought on, of course, are seeing their story, so that's what they're coming in on. I want to be very clear on that Healthy Weight Stack, okay? On any weight management product that you've ever had, have you ever changed weight management products in your life? Or are you on that one for the rest of your life? I really want you to think about that. Do people get on weight management product for the rest of their life? So what I make sure to do is, we make sure they have the NRF2, the Pro Tandem, sorry Brandon, the Pro Tandem, and that's what we're gonna call it, that they have that minimum. And then you're upselling. Okay, here's what else goes really well with this. We want to make sure their gut health is right. And that's a really big part of the mind-body stack. So you want to make sure that they're getting that either the P84 or what I love is the Gut Health Essential Stack. A little bit less price point, but then you're getting that NRF1 product in there as well. So it's the upsell that goes with it. You're teaching them how to do that they can add, they can change to do whatever to their subscription. But if they don't get the results that they were intending to get on the mind body, they're not going to delete the whole subscription if they're getting Axio and Pro Tandem. And so that's just a good teaching point right there. You've got to share the whole business, the whole products, all the product line.
I love that. I think, and I'm going to ask one more question to you, so I'll give you some time because this one's a new one. But like, if you have one piece of it, it's like throw it at me. But if you have one piece of advice for somebody that's enrolling a new consultant on that, like making the subscription a first week skill, what would that be? But I think of this in Randy's example in leadership about the boat and getting more people in the boat rowing. This subscription piece to me is like coming in the boat with one oar. Right? If you don't have it, you can't teach it, you can't duplicate it. It doesn't create the sustainability. So, like, what is one piece of advice for that person, new consultant, or even these guys, as you're enrolling somebody, to really drive home that assurance that we're getting that new consultant on subscription?
Yeah, I think we talked about this in our panel review, but when we're setting up subscription, it's really on the business side and the numbers side, setting the roadmap. How do we help them get to that first foundational rank of SC1? How do we help them get some wins? It's setting the expectation that you have to build your volume because you're going to teach the next person to build their volume, Like, again, it's not a skill. It should just be an expectation. It's not optional, in my opinion, because I think you can weed out who's serious and who's not. If they're not willing to have a subscription, they're probably not willing to grow a business. So I think it's just setting the right behavior. But I do think it's really important as far as the numbers go, and that is not my thing. I promise you that, right, Shauna? It is really setting the roadmap for how we can set them up for success, because you can very black and white show people, if I have this in my subscription, I help someone else set up these subscriptions, how many people does that take? You can put it to numbers, what it takes to get to SC1. Simply. It does not have to be complicated, but in my opinion, it's just something that is part of someone who wants to be serious about growing a business. And for everyone that's in this room, I think you are. That's why you're here. So that's a habit that we have to teach within our teams and throughout the organization.
I think it's really painting the vision of what they are saying yes to right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And they're saying, yes, I really want to do this business. I always remember Carrie Dickey saying, I don't listen to what people say, I watch what they do. And boy, have I learned that over 14 years, right? And so it's very true. So it's us to paint that vision, just like Dr. Brett was talking about. What is it that you want in your life? Because I can show you a way, and I can also break it down through our calculator, thank you Sean Poe, on how many, let's say, healthy glow stacks you would need in order to achieve SC1, if that's really where your drive is on customers for right now. We know that the wealth building comes from consultants, people that are the leaders that are using their voices to expand the network even more. But it really is about, if you're not on subscription, you're really part of a hobby. You're not part of a movement. This is a family. This is a movement. You can feel it. We're activating our hearts. Like, every emotion I have is here in this business. Like, this isn't like anything I've ever done in television news, where I'm like, ugh, I need to go home. I can't wait to get home. Here, I love being here, and I love being home. But I really love what we are a part of. We are a part of a movement. That movement is just driving the right behaviors to set people up for success. If you're not set up for success, if you don't have a subscription, you're not set up for success. And I actually have a couple of people in my organization that I need to go back and have a conversation with, that I have had a conversation with in the past, because they don't even take the products. They've got some kind of system that they get customers right and left from all over the place. And they could be SC3 right now. But that's not happening. And I have planted that seed for them, and I have talked to them. But it's not up to me to convince, but it is up to me as a leader, and all of us here as leaders, to really allow our organization, to let our organizations know what you have to do. And what you have to do is be a part of a movement, not be a part of a hobby if you're going to do the business. Otherwise, I'll say to people, I think right now you're better off just being a customer. Right? And a subscribing customer. And these products take time. Even though in 30 days they're doing what they're scientifically proven to do, the longer you're on it, you're going to start really seeing those results, and that's where belief building comes in, and that's just where the business keeps building.
Yeah, love it.
Nice one. I'm just going to bring back that word expectation, and that comes with, has anyone heard, give it 1 month for every decade you've been alive? You heard that? Yeah. Right there, that tells people this isn't just a short-term thing. But you get people on subscription, that gives them longevity. This is not just a day or two of, oh, I'm so excited in my panties because I'm doing something new. No, serious, you guys, that wears off. But then that subscription comes the next month, and then subscription comes the next month. And pretty soon this is for a long term. And that's what activation is. There's a lot of things out there that are just fun to be in your panties and happy for a month. There are. But this isn't one of them. These are long-term underwear things I'm talking about. Okay? So I want you to think that expectation. What do I expect when I get on these products? What can I expect? Guys, I've been through a lot of stuff. I've had a bald head, I've had swollen face, everything from things that have become toxic to me in my life. I don't take this for granted, I'm serious. This is so good. And if you are here for the first time, you have absolutely no idea how impactful this is going to be for the rest of your life. Not for a Happy Panties Month.